Hi Disciples, today we're learning the ending of rubbing it in. The part we're learning sounds like this. And you can do some things with dynamics like having the left pedal down. And just get a little bit like kind of come in with the volume at sort of unexpected points to give it almost a little bit more of a creepy or eerie vibe. I think eerie is the way to describe it. So there are two rhythmic things that you want to be thinking about that will really help you get this part. And the first is just 1 and 2 and. So you just literally want to say 1 and 2 and while your left hand plays C, E flat, A flat. So see if you can get that much. I'm playing with my 5 finger, if you know what those are. My pinky, my 4 finger, and my 2 finger. Okay, 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and. You can just practice that. 1 and 2 and in your right hand you're gonna play octave C's if you could reach both of that. If not, just drop one out. And you're gonna play an E flat. So that's 1 and 2 and when you play the 2 and you play this A flat, you're going to keep those C's where they are, and your 2 finger in your right hand is going to go from an E flat to an F. And just get that much. 1 and 2 and. So this chord is playing on each one of... Actually, well, you can decide for yourself. Probably leave it out for the second one. But you basically want to make sure that you play this first chord on the first note that you play, the C with your left hand, and when you play this A flat, you're going to make sure you play that F and the C's in the right hand. Alright, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So just practice that loop. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And 1 and 2 and speed it up until it makes sense, okay? So once you get that, the other rhythmic thing that you want to know to get the rest of this piece is to just think about 2 and 4 and. 2 and, you're going to play notes on both of those hits, 2 and you're also going to play 2 notes on the 4 and. 4 and. So now, if that doesn't make sense, let me walk you through that, okay? So if I were to count a measure, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and notice that I'm kind of playing it like I'm like a horse walking. That's because this song is swung, as you remember from the earlier tutorials. So except for the beginning where you play that thing that I just showed you, 1 and 2 and, now watch, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So hopefully you noticed that after I played it through slowly for you and counted really annoyingly, that the song that you play notes on the 2 and also on the 4 and otherwise you don't have to worry about any other rhythmic pattern, and that will hopefully make it easy, and you can just, once you get that rhythmic pattern in your hands, you can focus on the notes. So here are the notes. You've got that first part that I just showed you, 1 and 2 and 3 and. Now, for 4, you're going to play what you're playing, 4 and you're just going to think about these two basically the inner voices, the C's here are going to stay where they are. These walk down like this. So this A flat on the left hand becomes a G, and this F becomes an E flat. So let's get up to that part so you can sort of review, okay? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now 1 and 2 and. So for 2 and, you're going to play the same chord that you were before for the first hit for that 2. And the and, you're just going to basically drop this E flat down to a D, and you can play it with your thumb, while this G in your left hand goes down to an G flat. So here it is up to that part. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So you notice that there's a pattern emerging. The 4 usually plays the chord that you just ended on for the and of 2. I know I'm throwing 4s and ands and 2s and all that stuff at you, but you'll probably just intuitively get that you kind of like play the chord twice. It's just broken up with time. So let's get you up to that point again. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4. 4, and. So you basically just reverse what you did before. You went from that G flat in the left hand to a G, and you went from this D plus those C's in your right hand. Oops. And then you move that D to an E flat. Okay, then you're going to continue this pattern. I'm not going to talk about the rhythms. I'm going to just try to show you the notes now. We'll try to bring it all together at the end. So you notice how I played that again. I played that E flat in the right hand and the G in the left hand and moved everything up like this. So the A flat with the left hand and an F with the right hand. Now here's a little bit of a tricky part. So the left hand stays where it is while the right hand moves this F to a G flat. Okay, then you're going to play that chord again. And you're going to play this chord for that and. So that's a D, an F, a G, and a B in your right hand. And you're playing a G with your left hand. And then you're going to play that chord again. And you're going to play the last chord, which is a C minor chord. You can play it like this. You can play it fuller. I think I play it like this. So you've got a C with your left hand. You've got an E flat, a G, and a C with your right hand. So let me see if I can slowly break that all down for you and you sort of move through it slowly and try to explain things as we go. So you've got that first opening part. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And that's it. Stay tuned for tips for how you can dress it up.